What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Phoenix Breton here. In today's video, we're going to talk about my NFL playoff predictions heading in. Well, not NFL playoff predictions, my NFL playoff predictions off of the rest of the season. So, yeah. But the point is that we're going to do seeding predictions. I'm not doing my actual predictions, it's just my seeding predictions for the playoffs so far throughout the mid-season. So this isn't meaning that what the current records are, that's the seeding, and I'm just predicting there. No, I mean by my predictions throughout the rest of the season, and then what my seeding are. So I won't do NFL records unless I get enough comments. I don't think I'm going to do it, but or likes or whatever. But before you get today's video, like and subscribe. We're on the road to getting to 500 subscribers. But anyways, as I said, let's get into the video. And starting off, let's talk about the NFC seeding. So first of all, we have the number one seed, which this might come to a shocker to some people. I have the Seattle Seahawks as the number one seed, which is kind of surprising to me, to be honest. I don't feel like they should be, but they are. The two seed are the Philadelphia Eagles back to back. The Bucks are the third seed. I also think back to back. And the Green Bay Packers are the fourth seed. The fifth seed, I have the LA Rams. The sixth seed, I have the San Francisco 49ers. And the seventh seed, I have the Detroit Lions. That's for the NFC. The AFC, I have the Buffalo Bills, the number one. Number two, I have the Denver Broncos. Number three, I have the Indianapolis Colts. So that might come to a bit of a shocker for some people. The fourth seed, and this was a surprise in general, the Bengals are the number fourth seed with an 8-9 record, by the way. Just nuts. The fifth seed, I have the New England Patriots. The sixth seed, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. And the seventh seed, I have the LA Chargers. So let's start off with the AFC wildcard matchups, and let's start off with the 2 and 7th one, which is probably the most obvious one to me. We have Denver versus LA, and I'm going to go with Denver. Again, LA are kind of injured right now. Denver are honestly a very well-balanced team, which is honestly what you're kind of looking for in every team here. So with that, I have Denver. Then we have the third seed Indianapolis Colts taking on the sixth seed Kansas City Chiefs. This has been like the first time I think ever that the Chiefs have not won the AFC West. And this is going to be a really tough journey for them to even win. Because that means they are either going against the Buffalo Bills. Well, actually, they will probably be going against the Buffalo Bills. Or by some miracle, the seventh seed won. It would either go against the Patriots or the Bengals afterwards. Which also isn't that easy. But, and this might sound weird, but the first time in forever, the Chiefs will not win their first playoff game. And I actually have the Colts to win this game. As weird as that might sound, I think the Chiefs are kind of just not as good as I think they are before. And plus, the Colts, they're just such a dominant team. And although probably their biggest weakness is if Daniel Jones gets pressured a lot, I don't think the Chiefs are going to put that much pressure on him, though. Then you have the fourth seed Cincinnati Bengals taking on the fifth seed New England Patriots. And I feel like maybe depending on who does end up winning the division, I will have probably whoever wins the AFC North to win this. But to me, since it's the Bengals, I'm going with the Patriots. I know the Bengals say they're 8-9 and they're the better team here, but trust me, I would probably have the Steelers and the Ravens probably beat the Patriots at home. But the Patriots, I think I would actually have beaten the Bengals. Then we have the NFC side of things, which the Eagles versus the Lions. This might be really sad, and it's sad for me as well as a freaking Eagles hater. The Eagles will win this game. Again, I just think, in my opinion, the Eagles are just a far superior team over the Detroit Lions. Which I think they do go against each other this year. I don't know. Then you have the third seed Buccaneers taking on the sixth seed 49ers, where I do have the Buccaneers to win this game. The Buccaneers will be far more healthy and also even healthier than they are currently when they're going against the San Francisco 49ers in the wild card round. And plus home field advantage, give me the Niners. Or not the Niners, the Bucks. The 4th seed Green Bay Packers are taking on the 5th seed LA Rams, and I'm going with the Packers. I know this might sound a little bit biased, but when I mean this quite literally, I mean this quite literally. The Rams have not beaten the Packers in quite some time. Quite some time. I think Matt LaFleur is undefeated when he's going against the LA Rams as the Packers head coach. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure he means that quite literally. So, yeah, give me the Packers. Then you have the AFC divisional round. We're going to start off with the 5th seed New England Patriots taking on the number 1 seeded Buffalo Bills. I understand the Patriots upsetted the Bills here the last time we went against each other, but I feel like the Bills have a way better game plan against the New England Patriots, and I feel like they're not going to lose them twice in a row at home. So give me the Bills here to win. And plus, they have way more playoff experience than the New England Patriots do. Then you have the 3rd seed Indianapolis Colts taking on the 2nd seed Denver Broncos. And this is a very, very tough one. This is a rematch of week 2 where the Colts missed the field goal, but then had a penalty and kicked the game-winning field goal, winning that game. This is such a tough game to decide because this goes to be a fun matchup to see now. Like, you have that offensive powerhouse of Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, J.K. Dobbins, Ronald Harvin, Evan Ingram versus the defense where it has now Sauce Gardner, Travarius Ward, Laddie Latu, DeForest Buckner, Glover Smith. Like, you kind of see in their offense, the defense side of things, Colts offense versus Denver's defense might legitimately be top 5 offense going against a top 5 defense, if not number 1 versus number 1. Where you have Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Alan Pierce, Josh Downs, Tyler Warren, and a solid offensive line. Where the Broncos, they have Nika Benito, Jervin Barner, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. Patrick Surtain. Like, this is going to be a really good matchup. But I do have Denver winning this. Just because, again, I think they're maybe a little bit more better about a well-balanced team. And also, they have at least a little bit more playoff experience. And as well, I just think they're a better team. Then we have the 2nd seed Eagles taking on the 3rd seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I understand the Bucs were pretty injured the last time they went against Philly, but I still think Philly will win this game. Philly, to me, are just a far superior, not far superior, better team, but just a better team overall than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as weird as that might sound. And plus, with home field advantage, I think that just makes a lot of sense. Then you have the 4th seed Green Bay Packers taking on the number 1 seed Seattle Seahawks. And this game is a coin toss to me because this is just another really good matchup. You have the offense versus, well, we have the Packers offense and Seahawks defense. Seahawks arguably have one of the best defenses in the league. The Packers, when on a roll, the offense is probably one of the best offenses in the league. And you have the Packers defense and the Seahawks offense, which isn't as good as the other matchup, but it's still a really good one. With like Sam Darnold, K9, Zach Charbonnet, now Raheem Shaheed, JSN, AJ Barner, Elijah Arroyo, solid offensive line versus the Packers defense, which has Nate Hobbs, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, Devontae Wyatt, Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, Jawan Buller. Like, this is a really good matchup, and it's a legitimate coin toss of who could win this game. Plus, with the history of these two teams, you know this is going to be a good game to watch. But to me, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have had more playoff experience, which is pretty much the head experience against the Seahawks. I do think this game is literally going to be a nail-biter, and it literally becomes either of the two teams here. And it's not biased. Like, literally, if I was biased, I probably would pick Seattle to win this game. I'm not kidding. Then you have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos. And this is a rematch of the AFC divisional round of last year, where the Broncos got destroyed by the Buffalo Bills, which Although I don't think they're going to get destroyed like they did last time, I do think the Bills will win this game. Again, the Bills, they destroyed them last time. How did an entire offseason change the Broncos team from being destroyed to them winning? I just don't see that, unfortunately. I do think it's going to be a closer game than it was last time. Just I still think the Bills will get the upper hand here. Then the NFC Championship game of the Green Bay Packers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And this matchup is very, very. It's another tough one. And funny enough, we get to see this on Monday night, except it's hosted in Lambeau, not in Philly. Which, funny enough, when I was making my predictions, I did say the Eagles were going to win this. And honestly, I still think it's probably going to stay the same here. I know the Packers are going to be a little bit more healthier with Jalen Reed now being back, which is a kind of a huge difference. But it also, with the rumors Asante Samuel might be signing, it really is questionable to see can Philly play better against the Packers team, which could be better with Jalen Reed and Asante Samuel Jr. We're just going to kind of have to wait and see. And we do kind of have to wait and see on how do they actually play on Monday night. But so far, I'm going to go off who I think is the better team, which is the Philadelphia Eagles, unfortunately. Then we have the Super Bowl matchup of the Buffalo Bills taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, which honestly probably should have been what the matchup was last year. Anyway, the Bills, the Bills are such a great team, and the Philly are such a great team with a well-coached team. To me, it kind of comes down to is who's the better coach and who has the better quarterback. And honestly, I'd say the Bills have both on that scenario. So give me the Bills here to win the Super Bowl. And honestly, I think the MVP will probably be Josh Allen or James Cook. But anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy. Peace.